going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. So this is something that I think I'm going to try to do maybe every other Saturday or every Saturday. I just want to go over some of the best cards in the game at specific positions, the most important positions, the positions you guys are always asking in my Twitch chat all the time when I'm streaming. What's the best wide receiver? Who's the best quarterback? Which halfback should I get? So we're going to go over kind of like some of the most OP cards in the game and take a look at the ones that I believe you should have on your team. If you guys find this video helpful, useful, if you enjoy it, please go ahead and click that thumbs up. It shows a ton of support on the channel. And guess what? Just this afternoon, we broke 60,000 subs on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for all of the support. If you guys want to see more MUT 22 videos and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also turn that notification bell on so you guys are alerted when we drop more videos like these and other things that we got rolling out. It's almost harvest promo time. Middle of November is usually when it comes. Might even be as early as next week. So we're going to have some good content coming up over the next week. So let's get into it. First position, probably the most important in the entire game, is quarterback. And we just so happened to gotten a quarterback today in Jim Kelly. And it's a really, really good card, but very, very expensive. So the beauty of days like this is when we get a brand new shiny item like Jim Kelly at a certain specific position, all of the cards at that same position that came out before this one, people tend to dump those cards and it causes the price to go down. Now, obviously, the best quarterbacks in the game right now are going to be Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Justin Herbert, though I think he is way too overpriced for what he could do. Mike Vick is kind of a, if you like that style of quarterback, he's definitely worth it. If you're rocking a theme team that boosts up his chems and attributes, you definitely want to get a Mike Vick card. That's who I currently use, but it's because I'm kind of rocking like a hybrid Eagles theme team. But I think for my money right now, the absolute #1 quarterback you should have on your team is going to be Josh Allen. Because the fact that Jim Kelly came out today, you're starting to see Josh Allen's price tank. And I think for the price that you can get this card at, I think he's still the best quarterback in the game. But I need to say that again for those who might not hear me. And factoring in his price as well as what he can do on the field, best quarterback in the game. Obviously, physically, attribute-wise, those other guys we just mentioned are better, but they're also much, much more expensive, whereas Josh Allen, you can now get him for under 200K. He's 83 speed, very respectable. And again, this is without the power up. 91 throwing power, short throw 91, mid throw 86, deep throw 89, throw on the run 93. And most importantly, above all, as far as the abilities go, he can get gunslinger. And that's almost, you need to have like pass lead, elite, or gunslinger on your quarterback. Otherwise, it's just not going to be a fun experience passing the ball in Madden 22. It's pretty much the same thing last year as well. So I think right now at that price point, if you've been looking for a new quarterback and you want to upgrade, Josh Allen is definitely the way to go. Now let's move on to running backs. I think Chase Edmonds is probably still the best running back in the game, but he was an LTD, and that's why he's still right below 800K. There's some other guys out there, but I think there's two cards that you should have at running back right now. If you run the ball a lot, you're going to need Derrick Henry on the squad. Derrick Henry is just a tank. He can run the ball better than pretty much anybody out there. 91 speed, obviously we know he's just huge, like with the 92 break tackle, 92 truck, his carries at 90, 88 ball carrier vision, stiff arm at 93. The thing about this card, and I have not personally used him, is he does have 64 catching, but he still catches the ball very well. And I'm sure a lot of you have faced this card. And I think for what he gives you, being probably the best running back in the game behind Chase Edmonds, for under 200K, you should absolutely have him on the squad. Now, if 200K is out of your price range, the next card to go with, especially if you're like me and you pass the ball a lot, it's still a very viable card. It's 90 overall veterans Cordarrelle Patterson. He's got 91 speed, 90 excel, 90 agility. He gets the really good spin move animation with the 87 spin move, change of direction 88, juke 90, 88 break tackle. Like, he just does it all. And he's also going to give you that 82 catch, which is very helpful, of course, in the passing game. He can get backfield master for an ability, so if you want to change up his hot routes, that's very helpful as well. That's my running back on the no money spent squad. Deuce Staley's still a pretty good option as well, but I think the best 1-2 is Derrick Henry and Cordarrelle Patterson, factoring in price. Now, let's move on to wide receiver. This has to be the most common question that I get in my Twitch chats is like, I have this person and this person at wide receiver, who else should I get? Now, undoubtedly, the best wide receivers in the game are the Plaxico Burress, both his LTD card that came out last week and the set version. With Plax, you can get his LTD at 570k. His set card is only about 320k. Today being a Saturday, with Legends coming out, this is a great day to do these sets, these Legend cards. If you want them on the squad, you can usually find the items to build out the sets much cheaper than just paying for the card outright. It's very important you guys go use my Legend set calculator. We did a video about this when Mike Vick came out. I will be linking that video down below in the comments as a pinned comment. Definitely go watch it. Bookmark that Legend set calculator because it's useful every single weekend. The other best wide receiver in the game has to be most feared Brandon Marshall. The only problem with him is he's at 667k. So I think Plax, the set version, at about 328k, and you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper this weekend. I think he's a better option than Brandon Marshall because of the price. But if you can't afford either of those cards, there's three other items that I think are pretty good. Number one, and I guess we can rank this card number 3 out of the 3 I'm about to mention here, is Randy Moss. So he's about 278k. That's very cheap for a Randy Moss item. I think it's because, and I feel weird saying the lack of speed with a card that's 92 speed, that's basically the second fastest speed in the game right now for wide receivers, but Randy Moss with the 92 speed feels a little disappointing. Now with his card, he's got 90 catch, which is good. We're looking for ratings over 90 right now. Short route running 87, mid route running 88, and deep route running 92. So pretty good card. But then if you take a look at DK Metcalf, same promo, same overall, he also has 92 speed. His catch is 1 better at 91. His short route running is 1 better at 88. His mid route running is better, +2 compared to Randy at 90. And then the deep route running -1 versus Randy. But I still think -1 having a 91 deep route running isn't bad. So now we're looking at DK versus Moss, and they're the same speed. DK's better catching, short route running's better, mid route running's better, deep route running is -1. I would take DK over Moss. But better than all three of these guys, personally, I think, is Roddy White. 93 overall team of the week, Roddy White. He's a little bit less expensive than those two guys. I mean, we're talking like 10k less expensive, but he also has 92 speed. He has 92 catch, which is better than both of them. He has 90 short route running, which is better than both of them. He has 92 mid route running, which is better than both of them, and only 90 deep route running. But remember, we just want to hit that 90 threshold. So Roddy White is just as fast, his catching is better, and he has all three, short, mid, and deep route running in the 90s. So this card, I think, if you can't afford the top of the top, I think Roddy White is almost better or a must-have on your squad. Now, if 270k is also too expensive for you, you need to go out and get 91 overall Jerry Rice. Because it's a Legend weekend, because everything's cheap right now, I mean, you can literally get this card for close to 100k, and he has 91 speed. Think about it. It's only -1 from all of the other guys we just talked about. 91 catch, that's better than Randy Moss, same as DK, 1- from Roddy White. His short route running's 88. We can live with that, but then he's got mid route running at 90, deep route running at 91. Both of those are in the 90s, and we're talking about a card that's almost 100,000, about 100 to 120k. Jerry Rice, for the price point, I think is still the best wide receiver in the game. Again, strictly factoring in price. So if you're looking for a wide receiver, I think Roddy White, Jerry Rice are definitely must-haves. And I think if you can afford, a Brandon Marshall or a Plax, go out and get him. But those other two guys, price factored in, I think are really good. Let's end the video with cornerbacks. We're not going to cover every single position, but more of the important ones. So quarterback, halfback, wide receiver on offense. For cornerbacks, you go to the top of the top tier. J.C. Horn is really good. He's coming in with 93 speed. Essentially we're looking for guys who got like 91, 92 speed and then 90-man, 90 zone. Now, J.C. Horn only has 88 zone coverage, but he does have 94 man, and that 93 speed kind of makes up for the lack of zone. And with the power up, we're looking at 89 zone, and with the strategy item, you now got him into 90 zone. So most of you can get that. The only problem is J.C. Horn is really expensive. Jair Alexander, he's got 91 speed, 93 man, 90 zone stock, really good card, but he's a little bit on the shorter side, and I would like to get some some cornerbacks out there with 92 speed. We'll talk about some guys that are only 91 speed, but Jair being at that price point there, is a little bit of a no for me. That and the fact that he's not as tall. So with the same speed but cheaper, we have 92 overall Charles Woodson, and he's coming in with 91 speed, but then he also has 91 man, 92 zone, 91 press, 92 jumping. I mean, this card for under 300k is really, really good. Of course, if you power him up, you're getting +1 to all of those attributes. Another card that still makes plays for me a lot, and I think my opponents have him on the squad as well, and he still plays pretty well, is Deltha O'Neal. Team of the Week card, 92 overall. He also has 91 speed. He has 89 man, so he doesn't have it at the 90 rate, but of course, if you power him up, then the 90 is there, and then 92 zone. The reason I like this card is because he's only about 220k, and I think that's pretty good price for what he's giving you on the field. And then finally, Mike Haynes. Now, you're going to have to give up a little bit of speed on this card because he only has 90 speed, but 91 jumping, 91 press, 90 man, 90 zone. Again, all without the power-up. You power him up, now you're looking at 91 speed. And the fact that right now he's only about 150k, and being a Legends weekend, you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper. Absolutely worth it. He's another corner that's on my no money spent squad. So we've talked about the best cards at those positions, the affordable cards, and kind of the mid-range price tier cards. Hopefully this helps you improve the squad. But today, being that the market is so low, it's a Legend Saturday. Legend pieces to do Legend sets are really cheap. Go out there and upgrade your squad. Training being low, it's a great day to power up those items as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you did, click that thumbs up. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.